History has turned a profound page with the election of the first ever American Pope, a man whose life has been shaped by contemplation, missionary zeal, and service across continents. On the evening of May 8, 2025, at 6:07 p.m., the white smoke rose from the Sistine Chapel, signaling to the world that the College of Cardinals had chosen its new shepherd. The 267th successor to St. Peter bears the name Pope Leo XIV, a symbolic nod to strength and renewal. Born on September 14, 1955, in the vibrant city of Chicago, Robert Francis Prevost entered the world in a family of rich cultural roots. His father, Louis Marius Prevost, brought a blend of French and Italian heritage, while his mother, Mildred Martinez, passed on a lineage of Spanish descent. He grew up alongside his brothers, Louis Martin and John Joseph, within a household grounded in faith and learning. From an early age, Robert was drawn to the quiet call of religious life. His formative years were spent under the guidance of the Augustinian Fathers, beginning in their minor seminary and later advancing his education at Villanova University in Pennsylvania, where he earned a degree in mathematics and delved into philosophical studies. In 1977, his journey into the Order of St. Augustine officially began when he entered the novitiate in St. Louis, under the province of Our Lady of Good Counsel. He professed his first vows in 1978 and solidified his lifelong commitment with solemn vows on August 29, 1981. His theological training was shaped at the Catholic Theological Union in Chicago, after which he was sent to Rome to pursue canon law at the Pontifical University of St. Thomas Aquinas, known as the Angelicum. On June 19, 1982, within the sacred walls of the Augustinian College of St. Monica in Rome, he was ordained to the priesthood by Archbishop Jean Jadot, then head of what is now the Dicastery for Interreligious Dialogue. The newly ordained Father Prevost was soon sent to the mission fields of Peru. Between 1985 and 1999, he immersed himself in service in the dioceses of Chulucanas and Trujillo. There, he held multiple pastoral and academic responsibilities. He was a formation director, canon law professor, parish priest, and even judicial vicar. He nurtured vocations and accompanied young men discerning the Augustinian life, all while tending to the spiritual needs of the poor in Trujillo's outskirts. In 1999, he was elected Provincial Superior of the Augustinian Province of Chicago. That leadership role catapulted him to the global stage in 2001, when he was elected Prior General of the Augustinian Order, a role he faithfully fulfilled for 2 terms until 2013. As leader of the worldwide Augustinian community, he visited missions and monasteries around the world, promoting spiritual renewal and unity. Upon his return to Chicago in 2013, he resumed work in formation until a new chapter opened. On November 3, 2014, Pope Francis appointed him Apostolic Administrator of Chiclayo, Peru, and titular Bishop of Sufar. He entered his diocese just days later and received episcopal ordination on December 12, the feast of Our Lady of Guadalupe. His episcopal motto, In illo uno unum, in the one, we are one, drawn from a homily of St. Augustine, encapsulates his lifelong mission to foster unity in Christ across cultures and borders. Bishop Prevost's reputation for wisdom and integrity grew steadily. He was soon appointed Bishop of Chiclayo in 2015 and later elected Vice President of the Peruvian Episcopal Conference. Within the Vatican, his influence expanded. He became a member of various key congregations and dicasteries, including those for the clergy, bishops, evangelization, education, and Eastern churches. In 2023, he was called back to Rome to serve as prefect of the Dicastery for Bishops and president of the Pontifical Commission for Latin America. He was elevated to the rank of cardinal later that year and assigned the titular Church of St. Monica, the same saint whose legacy shaped his Augustinian formation. During his time as prefect, he accompanied Pope Francis on apostolic journeys and played a vital role in the Synod on synodality. His voice carried the insights of a man who had been both a missionary on dusty village roads and a leader in the highest councils of the Church. In 2024, his responsibilities expanded further. He was named a member of the Dicasteries for Evangelization, the Doctrine of the Faith, and more. On February 6, 2025, he was promoted to the rank of bishop within the College of Cardinals, taking possession of the Suburbicarian See of Albano. 3 days later, on February 9, he celebrated a historic Mass in St. Peter's Square for the Jubilee of the Armed Forces, presided by Pope Francis himself. As the Holy Father's health declined, it was Cardinal Prevost who led the faithful in prayer for his recovery, culminating in a rosary service on March 3, 2025, in St. Peter's Square. Following the passing of Pope Francis, the conclave convened. In Prevost, the cardinal saw not only a man of deep spirituality and ecclesial wisdom, but also a bridge between North and South, tradition and renewal. The name he chose, Leo XIV, evokes the boldness of Leo the Great, paired with a modern compassion forged through decades of humble service. The world now watches as Pope Leo XIV begins his ministry, with hope in his heart and unity in his vision, to guide the Church into a future shaped by faith, dialogue, and fraternity.